Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. This guy in particular, Mr. Rowan, I love all the sprites, just all the hand-drawn everythings. They're really cute. Look at that brain-dead little face on Ren. I think it's Ren. Yeah, Ren. That's our scientist with that brain-dead look. I'm going to research something. So we only have 2 more things left to research, and one gives us mesh tiles, which are actually pretty useful, because if I ever want that, like, system where the water drains all the way to the bottom, that's super helpful. And the ore scrubber, which gets rid of germs, I don't think I've seen, like, they probably have gotten infected from contaminated germs, or from contaminated ore, but I haven't seen it, like, personally, so I don't know how super important that is. And then there's the loom, which is interesting. I'd like to see if the clothing actually changes their appearance, or if it's just made normally. I don't think it'll change their appearance because they're kind of dressed, you know, they're kind of like created a certain way, but it might. But that's like the only thing I'm super interested in out of this, because the rest is, I've never used this before. I mean, I understand what its purpose could be used for, to, you know, keep the temperature of air or liquids the same. But I haven't found a use for it, or, you know, a very important use. I'm gonna go with this just because this seems a little bit more useful to the colony. But nobody can research anyway, because everyone's sleeping. Do we have beds for everyone? We have 12 people and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 beds. Although I should probably add some more. Oh, you guys can't breathe in here. That's not good. Ooh, there's a lot of lack of oxygen. Well, I could fix part of this, I think. So, let me just put a couple of these in. Maybe some over here. Just right on top, why not? These are I'm probably gonna replace almost all, I'm thinking just a lot of the tiles in here with the mesh ones, because at least I don't see a reason right now why water and gas can't flow through most of these. Because if it's water, I want it to drop down into, I guess, a basin or something, a little area that'll store it. And if it's air, I want it to continue throughout the colony, so that way it all gets evenly distributed and we don't have some people not able to, like, sleep a full night's sleep. So that's the goal. I don't know how successful that's gonna be. How are the plants doing? Because they don't look that great. They're having, I think this is, I can't, I'm thinking, okay, it's atmosphere. They can survive in all of these, which I think is, it appears that they can survive in all of these. I'm guessing it's air pressure? If you guys can, like, fail again so I can see what's wrong with you. It's so annoying to follow. Oh, now it's you. Okay. I don't know, do they not have anything to breathe? I think this means that they can handle all of these. Maybe it's the hydrogen that's floating around in here. Is that hydrogen? No, natural gas. But I don't know what to do to fix that. I mean, I could bring it into here, but I don't want the air that's in here to flow anywhere. So I don't know if that's ooh, that's actually not the greatest idea in the world. Yeah, you're running to that. Because if this air isn't supposed to be clean, so at least for right now it isn't. So I don't want air to go into here. But I can't think of a better way. I mean, I could, like, section off a place and have air go up here, but that, I mean, why isn't the air just traveling up here? Oh, it's making its way now, actually. Well, I told you to do it, and you're doing it, so I control air. I am an airbender. Oh, wait, nope. I don't know how that works, because, like, so carbon dioxide seems to sink. I mean, chemistry people probably would understand why this is doing this, but chemistry's, like, my least favorite subject. So carbon dioxide seems to be sinking, oxygen seems to rise, and then hydrogen seems to rise. So I'm guessing hydrogen is the least dense, followed by oxygen, followed by carbon dioxide. I don't know where natural gas sits in that. It seems to be floating with the oxygen, so maybe if we put more of these things down here, it'll push it up. I don't know how that's gonna work. And this thing isn't working terribly well. How are we doing on, oh, we don't have any algae. That's why there's no oxygen in here. There's a lot of hydrogen being produced. So let's dig out some oxygen, some algae. Where is algae? There's some up here, I guess. I'm not crazy about digging up here because I kind of want all the hydrogen to be sequestered in this area. I guess I could dig. Is that algae? Yeah. It's hard to see with the whole night filter. Everything just looks blue. I'll dig that out right there. And hopefully that'll curb some of this issue. I don't know, they go through algae really quickly. I don't think there's a super easy way to deal with this. Is somebody sick? No, everyone's immune system's fine. We all good? Good in the neighborhood? Yeah, no one's really stressed. Everything's alright. I mean, we're still, I wouldn't say we're starving, but nobody's doing too well in the whole eating department. So that probably needs to get addressed. But I mean, that's what this other farm is supposed to solve. So maybe once all of these grow, we'll see where we are on food. Let's get another person, because why not? You're an ugly crier, which is a good response, and you guys both bingy, which aren't as good of responses. You can't heal people, and you can't research, you can't dig, and you eat a lot, and you breathe a lot, and you're not athletic. I think you're actually, I mean, this guy's probably the best in terms of actual attributes. I think I said that funny. But I like this guy's stress response better, and also he doesn't eat a lot, so he just can't do all the jobs. Welcome to the colony, Abe. Enjoy your stay. So, now that Abe's in the colony, we have a little bit more of a workforce, although we have that for every duplicant who joins, so I don't know why I felt that was necessary to say. Okay. Let's go with insulation now, and I could build that loom at some point. I would imagine that loom falls under creativity, but I don't know if that's actually the case. But now that we have those mesh tiles, I might as well put that over here so some of that water can drain, since it doesn't seem to want to flow down the ladder. That way they won't have to mop it, so it gets slightly more useful. Oh, are you cold? Seem kind of cold. Soggy feet, low oxygen. You're not doing terribly well. Let's see if this water actually drains. Oh, awesome. So it's not draining 100%. I guess surface tension's just not great. But it did drain a little bit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to mop that up. I was kind of hoping for that to just all pile on in there, but it's not how water works in real life, so I guess it's fair. This is disgusting. I should probably fix this. Is that no, it's an oxygen. I always go to refinement when I'm looking for this. I should probably fix this, that way if any polluted air does escape when they go into here, I don't know why they would go into here, but if they ever do, if any, oh maybe to use this bottler, I don't know, if any does escape, like it's escaping right now, it can hopefully be cleansed before it manages to get out, but you just want to stand right in the door. There we go, so a lot of that got out, but now it's cleaning. Which actually should give us some oxygen, because this produces a lot of polluted oxygen, and once it's cleaned, it's just regular old oxygen, which is pretty nice. How's the colony doing now? A lot better. Although there is a lot of, is this all hydrogen? This looks like it's all hydrogen. So I could probably make a platform in the middle of the sky, made probably with airflow tiles or mesh. I don't think it makes much of a difference. With a pump, I'm gonna make it 3 high, because I don't know how high this actually needs to be. So this way the hydrogen will continue flowing up here. The pump will pump out... Is that in plumbing? Oh, it's in ventilation. Oh, I'm glad they separated these things. The pump will come over here. It'll pump out all the hydrogen, and it will move it somewhere. I guess I could just do this. What I probably want to do is filter out the oxygen, or whatever's not hydrogen, basically. And then, so whatever's not is gonna go here. I'll just output it right there. And then the hydrogen is gonna go into this orange pipe, so I'll just put that back there. And then it's gonna need to go into the generator room, which means it's gonna have to travel quite a distance, which isn't great with gases because they don't travel as nicely as water seems to. That's just the world we live in. So I'll do this. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to reach this. I'll probably have to build a couple ladders. But I'll bring it down over here. And you know what? You know what, actually? I'm, like, fairly... Ooh, that brightened up the whole map. I'm fairly sure they're not going to be able to build that there. So I'm just going to put it down here. And then... Okay. We're going to have a transformer between the generator and any regular batteries. So I'll put the transformer... Where are you? Power transformer. Oh, there's a lot of switches. Cool. So I'll put the transformer here. Ooh, how does this work? Big energy goes through where? Oh, energy from the left outlet is used by the right outlet. I think it goes in this direction. I mean, that's a giant outlet and that's a small one. So I think this is how it works. So the higher capacity energy can flow out through there, and the lower, the low capacity energy, the smaller amount of energy can pass through there. And the bigger one can come through here, where it's going to be touched by the hydrogen generator over here. So let's just have that output directly into that transformer. And this is going to require... I should probably unpause the game. I don't know why it's paused. Oh, because I didn't want them to build that. And then I'll just move this gas right into there. That should actually give us just a ton of power, since hydrogen generators just produce so much. We're definitely going to need that. I don't know what to do with this natural gas. I don't even know what's creating... Oh, is it this thing? Does this thing create natural gas? I don't see why it would. Where are you? Is it one of these? Output... I mean, it doesn't say it is. I wonder why it's concentrating over... Oh, well, it's not over there anymore. What is producing it? Did we dig into something? Did we just release it? Because it's normally, like, underground fracking. That's how you get natural gas. So I don't think you create it from anything. Which is also why I'm wondering how the generator would work. The natural gas generator, because you'd have to find a solid source of it. But I don't know where you would. That is... You know, I've never dug into chlorine before. I imagine it would immediately kill everyone. I would just unleash it, it would float. It looks like it's... Well, hydrogen's just super light, apparently. So, oh, you know, I could probably find that information on the periodic table. It's probably... I think that describes the density, because protons weigh a lot, and I think it's ordered in terms of protons. I don't know. But anyway, chlorine seems to be heavier than hydrogen. I don't know if it's heavier than oxygen, but if it wasn't, I mean if it was, then it would float up and probably kill every single person it runs into. I think the way chlorine would work, I'm pretty sure it makes you, like, pass out before everything. I don't know. It probably wouldn't be too pleasant. I want power delivered to this thingy. And then I guess they need a ladder to build that part, which is why they aren't doing it. Oh, and we have a lot of stuff on the ground. So let's actually put these things to use. I'm gonna get rid of that ladder once they're done. I just needed them to be able to build this. I didn't really want you to dig that out. I just wanted you to build this. This is a lot of hydrogen too. I could probably put another pump in there. Oh, this needs to be powered, which makes sense. So just bring the power over here. And this should work. I don't know if it's going to. Might choose not to. But there's a lot of... Wait, gold? Gold isn't... Is it gas? I mean... I think all... I mean, I imagine most things could be turned into gas if heated at a high enough temperature. I mean, like, gold and iron gas just seems a little bit strange. Oh well. Well, this seems to be working. Gas. Where's my gas thing? There it is. Oh, because it's not pumping out... It's pumping out smaller amounts than it would normally, but it's flowing really nicely. And everything that isn't hydrogen... I made this mistake in... It might have been on a series, or it might have been on my just normal gameplay, but I made a mistake with the filter, and basically I filtered out something that I wanted, but it delivered the wrong type of gas to a thing, because I wasn't thinking about, like, everything else goes into the output. I was thinking, oh, this specific thing. I think I forgot that carbon dioxide existed, so I wasn't accounting for that. But this seems to be functioning really well. and it's producing a ton of energy, which is filling up these batteries. So why don't we just get more batteries? We can power the colony forever. I mean, they're not using a ton now, but I can start putting up lights in the place, just to get them happier with their lives. Where are lights? Right over here. Probably add another light over here. I want to leave space if I ever need to produce oxygen up here. Although I could always produce oxygen down here and then just transport it up. It seems to be pretty nice over here. Okay, not great, but it's not terrible. And then I'll put a couple more beds down. Yeah, let's just have it be like that for right now. I was totally thinking I should probably reserve some space for an oxygen producing thing by these beds, but I'm just not sure if it's worth it, because most of this air is just going to travel up here. And where they need oxygen is down here by the beds. They don't need it by the ceiling. So everything that's not oxygen should hopefully make its way up here. And then over here, where this thing is just rapidly consuming all of it and transporting it right to our hydrogen generator, which is not full now. I guess because it's powering these things, which is powering really quickly. Those are filling up. Well, okay. I mean, as I said that, it started to slow down, or at least it looks like it's slowing down a little bit. But I think this is good, because a ton of hydrogen just took up the place. This is all hydrogen right here. That's terrible. And this is getting rid of it. And there's just, is this all just hydrogen? Oh my god, I might need like a second pump just to get rid of this. You know, I'd like to put one in, but I don't know, because I'd need another air filter thing. I mean, I probably should. Should probably do that, just to speed up everything, because I don't need anything here right now. So I'm just gonna build another pump, just to get rid of it. Where is ventilation? I didn't click on plumbing, actually. I think I clicked on oxygen. Nope, I was about to blame the thing for changing when I finally got used to it being in plumbing. But no, I didn't get used to ventilation stuff being in plumbing yet. Okay. So it's going to output, let's just have it go, I don't know, this is going to look kind of funny, but let's have it go up here, and then, like this, and then hydrogen will come back, loop around, go into this hydrogen pipe. See, this is no forethought going into this, because if I had forethought going into this, I'd have a line that could contain a lot of different types of gases, and then I'd separate it all down here or something, and then I'd find a way to transport oxygen back through the colony. I mean, I say that as if I could do that. I tried to do that once, it just didn't work out too well. The oxygen didn't have enough quantity to actually push through all of these pipes, so it ended up with, like, it just the colony kind of starved of oxygen a little bit. Like, it didn't completely die, but it wasn't great. So, let's have this be hydrogen, and then that's all gonna get plugged in. And then once that yep, that should be working. Although I'm not sure if they could pump more gas into this. I mean, it seems to be going in fine. I guess because it's not like the full giant squares, although they get a little bit bigger. That's interesting. I like how they're not all just one size. It's pretty cool. So this is working out? It looks like it's working out. I don't know. These should pump in more. This is a lot of hydrogen. I'm wondering if I left it for too long. The hydrogen generators. Oh god, everyone's dying. This is how it starts. This is definitely how it starts. And we don't have any algae to offset this. So let's start getting some. Let's dig into this over here. Come on, guys. For the colony. You guys are all dying. Just get the algae. Oh, everyone's suffocating. This is where the stress starts just going up. Do we have any? We have algae around here. Okay, fine. Dig out this algae right here. Any more algae? I should probably do that slime conversion so I can dig out slime somewhere. I'm not going to add another person because we have too many mouth breathers around here. So there's a lot in here. And I don't really want to dig in here. Just because I don't want to, like, have the water move around too much. I like it being right on top of the pump, but I can dig this way. Ooh, that's going to let the water out. Oh Okay. It's digging a very convoluted pattern and hope that the water doesn't just, like, fill this void. Although it would be alright, I think, if the water filled this area, because we could put a pump right down here and it would collect it all pretty nicely. The only problem with this is I'm probably going to forget that I left this here, and some people are going to die of being stuck in here. So let me add a ladder down here instead, and that should fix that problem. So I guess in the next episode, I think the problem we're dealing with is definitely an oxygen problem, since food seems to be fine. And stress is surprisingly fine for everyone dying of suffocation. They're not going to get a good night's sleep. So, yeah, next episode is definitely going to be focused on this air problem. I'm hoping that this would solve some of it, this whole system. Oh, is that filtering out the oxygen nicely? Yeah, it looks like it. And they're getting it's getting a lot of oxygen now, and not a lot of anything else, which shows me more than anything that there's not a lot of air pressure in this area anymore, I guess because we've pumped it all out. So, hopefully that algae will get everything else running better. We'll get a little bit more oxygen in this place. And yeah, that's the goal of the next episode too. So, I will see you guys then.